right. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the table, and welcome to anybody who is new to the table. I like to do readings on this subject, the Paul McCartney conspiracy, and tonight it's just been such a busy, crazy day. My gut was telling me to sit down with the cards tonight and let's do a reading about LiNda McCartney. And this comes from my lovely, beautiful subscriber, Flame Red Cat. She suggested looking into this alleged event where when LiNda died, I guess Billy went and bought 19 cassette tapes from LiNda's, I think it was her publicist, Peter Cox, and he paid £200,000 to get those tapes back and secure. So I am on the same vibe with Kat. I want to know as well, like, what was that all about? Is there anything in, those tapes? Like, why was that a priority? And the other thing we're going to look into, I'm just going to do a general spread like I do, and we'll see if we get answers for either of these. But I just want to know, like, the overall, what did LiNda think about the situation around her? Like, what did she think about her husband, leading a double life? I always think of, like, Hannah Montana when I think of this conspiracy, because it's like, he's Paul McCartney on the stage, and then in his real personal life, he's William Shepherd, I just want to know, because obviously LiNda, she came from a pretty wealthy family, I think, in New York, and her dad was a really wealthy top lawyer, and he became Billy's lawyer. Yeah, so, I mean, there's probably something there as well, but we're going to use a new deck today, or not a new deck, but a different deck. These are my tattoo tarot cards, Ink and Intuition. They're really fun cards. They're like in the design of like old Sailor Jerry type tattoo art, and I dig it. I really do dig it. So I thought we would try a different deck tonight, and I don't play with these cards too often because they're very slippery. They're hard to shuffle. So, oh, look at that, you guys. Holy shit, to start us off. The Hierophant reversed. What is that? It's come up in our readings with Billy. Blasphemy. I see it as black magic going against and nonconformity. Basically, it stands for Luciferianism to me when it's in reverse. That's just me. And then the star, look how cool she looks. That is the universe giving you all of your blessings, So these are very interesting cards to cut the deck with. And I always pay attention to that because, you get those little surprise visitors when you cut the deck, and they just want to say, hey, I got the Hierophant reversed again, you guys, on the other side. Holy shit, man. Okay, this is giving me kind of the creeps now. That's like not a good way to start off a reading, is it? Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, we'll see. So, what was the situation with LiNda? That's what we want to know. And I thank you, Kat, for, giving me suggestions and telling me stuff. I really do appreciate it. And you're just an awesome person. So I just wanted to give you a little shout out for inspiring this tarot read. I'm going to do hand shuffling with half the deck because, as I said, they're very slippery and they like to just kind of fly out. And I do deal with jumpers. They happen occasionally, especially when you're hand shuffling. But yeah, the deck is too thick for me to properly do a hand shuffle. So anyways, we're just going to keep. What was the situation with LiNda? What did she think about her situation? Judgment and the Page of Swords. They call them the knaves, but they're the pages, basically. All right, let's do a few more shuffles. What did LiNda think about her situation with Billy and his double life and all of these secrets and all of these, even the Luciferianism, I have to think that she was a part of it, and that's another thing that I'm going to bring into my theory video, which I will get out. I just really wanted to sit down and chill and do a tarot read tonight. So that video will be coming sometime this week. Just there's not enough time in the day, and I'm spent, it's like 7:30 right now where I am, and I have been going since about 6 a.m. this morning. So this is my time now. Anyways. All right, guys. Let's give it one more shuffle, and then we will check it out. Oh, what do we get? The Lovers. Oh, interesting. And the Nine of Coins. Okay. The Lovers. It's not the first time we've had the Lovers. All right. So let's get ready to find out about LiNda. LiNda McCartney. Okay, so we have the Knight of Coins reversed. Oh, God, guys. The Moon reversed. Secrets are going to be told. The veil is lifted. The Chariot reversed. We've had that before in readings with Billy. There's the Five of Coins. Okay, so let me just situate these so they look a little bit better. And then, as usual, I'm going to cut the deck. I can't do it with my hands tonight, so I'm also kind of suffering with some sort of ache in my hands, so I'm not going to strain it. Okay, we have the Five of Wands reversed. The Five of Swords reversed. 2 fives on the table. The Hanged Man with the Chariot. Okay. And we have the Six of Cups, guys, reversed. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's do some... This is like so lame to do this kind of shuffling, but whatever. All right. The Eight of Cups reverse. A lot of reversed cards. The King of Pentacles, or the King of Coins. Same thing. The Knight of Cups. 2 knights on the board. And then we have the Ace of Cups. Ooh, that's beautiful. It's just, these are really cool cards. I love it. Just wish they weren't so slippery. All right, guys. So this is interesting. So we actually have we have 3 5s on the table. So let me roll my things up. 3 5s can represent setbacks, and they can be a warning of a very tough time ahead. So like the 5s in tarot usually represent a struggle of some sort. It's always an uphill battle. So that is like the general message of the read. There is a warning that there is bad times ahead. And it's very interesting to me that we are ending it on the Ace of Cups. So, but we'll get there. Let's, like we always do, let's start at the beginning. So we have, we also have, we have 2 knights on the board. And then, so the knights can represent men, like from their teens to maybe like their early 30s. So they can represent 2 like men in your life. They execute situations. They, the pages bring the message, and the knights execute the message. And 2 knights, it can show that you have a sort of connection to the past, that you will possibly run into somebody in your past. I don't know. It has something to do with the past. Very interesting, because I'm seeing cards here that do have to deal with the past. All right, so let's start with the Knight of Pentacles, or the Knight of Coins in this deck. So the Knight of Coins, he represents somebody in reverse. He represents somebody who is stubborn. It represents like defensiveness. It can even, he can even represent like obsessing over inconsequential details, basically. Things that really don't matter. He's kind of all over the place. There's no stability with him. Our favorite card, the Moon in reverse, there are secrets that are, or mysteries that are being unveiled when the Moon comes in reverse. It is, it also signals unhappiness. It can be just still not a great situation, you know, but some sort of secret has come to the forefront and is going to be revealed, or was revealed to her. Paired next to the Chariot reversed, this is interesting because this shows that, you know, you're letting obstacles slow you down. You're letting, you know, yeah, any sort of adversity or obstacles slowing you down so you cannot move forward. There's something that is blocking her to move forward. It can also represent somebody who is powerless and just has no, you know, he's full of self-doubt, just no direction. So, you know, it's not necessarily a great card. And then partnered with the 5 of Coins. So the 5 of Coins is actually like the poverty card. It signals loss. It's like in the material world, because the pentacles represent material stuff in our plane of existence, let's just say. So some sort of loss. I mean, I wouldn't say financial poverty. I think this is showing, again, the 5s are just full of adversity. And this is showing some sort of adversity. Now, I don't know if it has to do with a younger man. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. These cards are just a little interesting. You know, there is a situation that is being unveiled, but the person feels powerless and feels a great sense of loss. That's what I see from this first row. Let's go to the second row and we'll see what we come up with. So the Five of Wands reversed. So the Five of Wands upright shows like a battle. I don't know if you guys remember in the past decks, like I have in my Pulp Tarot deck, the Five of Wands has like, I call it the West Side Story on steroids. You know, they're all like with clubs, like trying to kill each other, basically. When it's in reverse, it means it shows a sort of conflict is ending. Like the argument is over. So possibly it has to do with this situation. She's come to an argument or a conflict being resolved finally. And then partnered with the Five of Swords reversed. Just very interesting. The Five of Swords reversed is wanting to move on from a situation. It is wanting to move on from a person. This shows me that she may have not been happy, especially with the moon above, the moon in reverse above. Perhaps this Knight of Coins brought some sort of relief to her. But she's stuck. There's a block here, and she feels powerless. And then we go to the Hanged Man next to this. The Hanged Man is the 12th card in the Major Arcana. And he signifies, you know, he signifies kind of like a warning to like take a step back, you know, hang out, literally hang out and just think about things. You know, don't rush into something. You need to try to look at the situation from a different perspective. That's what the Hanged Man shows. Six of Cups reverse, guys. The Six of Cups comes up a lot with Mr. Billy, concerning Billy. This is the card of like childhood and reflecting on one's childhood, kind of like clinging to the past. Maybe clinging to the past with this guy involved. I'm not sure, you know, I find it very interesting. I think I have an idea of the King of Pentacles, because we get that quite a bit with these spreads. And we get this card quite a bit too. And of course, the number 6 is Billy's number. I mean, and I just find that kind of uncanny. You know, she wants to move on from all of the situations that are making her feel powerless, but she needs to give herself time. And perhaps, you know, she's clinging to the past, like thinking of how much better she had it in the past, perhaps. Or, I don't know, you know, that's just a very interesting card, because above it, you know, we have the Five of Coins and the poverty and the clinging to the past. not sure how those two go together. If any of you guys out there see something or know something about these two and their pairings, I would like to know. I mean, we'll get down to the bottom and read all three of them, but I just find it interesting. And I believe we've had this card, you know, in different decks come up in the same position. Anyways, okay, so we have the Eight of Cups reversed here. Again, the Eight of Cups reversed is showing like major confusion, like confusion about what to do. You know, she was unhappy, you guys. She was very unhappy in that situation with Billy. At times, you know, I'm sure that there were like respite periods where things were good, but yeah, I'm getting the vibe from these cards that she was very unhappy and confusion about what to do and like how to move on. You know, she's ready to move on, but she's blocked and she needs to give herself time because her choices have consequences. Oh boy. Okay, so then we get to Mr. King of Pentacles, or the King of Coins. And I see him as Billy. You know, we get the Pentacles a lot with Billy, or McCartney too. We usually get the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles with Bill. So, you know, the King of Coins represents a middle-aged type man who is, you know, stable and secure, very materialistic. And that kind of ties in with the Eight of Cups reverse, because the Eight of Cups reverse can be like when you're doing like a love reading, it can show that you have a partner who is superficial, who is all about image and like not about what's on the inside, you know, keeping up appearances of some sort. And that totally ties into the king. So, you know, with these three cups, these three cards, confusion, conflict is ending, but there is a sort of block in ambition and the, you know, just, I said it, it's like being obsessed with like things that don't matter. Yeah, those three cards are a bit odd to me. What I'm seeing in this row is, look how like devilish he looks. He looks like he's just like, ah, my precious. Anyways, yeah, so I'm seeing, you know, this strong man. She wants to move on from this man. She wants to be free. She's unhappy with this man. She wasn't happy in that marriage. Because apparently Bill was all about image and all about, you know, keeping up appearances, and that wasn't what she, I don't know, you know, this is kind of, this is just weird. I'm not 100% sure what she thought about her situation. I'm just seeing confusion and loss and hurt and unhappiness. And these cards are just kind of heavy. Like I'm feeling heavy in my gut right now. So let's go to the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is actually a great card. I love this too. Look at the little sparrow coming out of his cup. Usually I think it's like a fish or something, but Beautiful. I love these cards. Beautiful, beautiful. So the Knight of Cups, you know, he can also signal a romantic partner of some sort. He is the Romeo of the entire tarot deck because he's a young man who is ready to handle any situation, but also charges for love. He's all about love. So perhaps there was another man in her life. You know, the Chariot, she can't move forward. She has to sit and kind of think about, she feels kind of suspended in time, perhaps reflective. And maybe it's because of a man, another man involved. I don't know, because having these 3 men show up in the reading, I don't know who they represent, really. I mean, I know that Billy represents, you know, the Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. But these Knights, it's just showing me that she had her eye on somebody else and wanted to move on and wanted to get away from Bill. And, you know, we end with the Ace of Cups, which I just find so weird. The Ace of Cups, you know, is all about new beginnings, you know. My cup runneth over with just emotions and happiness and triumph. You know, you're full of life and ready to take on the world. After all of this confusion, you know, perhaps it has to do with her taking time to think about things. She was successful, but then we go back to childhood or the past and then poverty. But then there's a new beginning happening. So I don't know, you guys, like this one is really stumping me. You know, besides the fact that I see she was very unhappy, there's just something else here that I feel like I'm missing. I really do. And again, I am not like an expert tarot reader. Sometimes I do miss stuff and I feel like I am missing something, but let's draw a few more cards like we do. I'm gonna hand shuffle a half a deck at a time, so just give me a second. I just find this super weird. You know, this is a very heavy spread. And, you know, perhaps some, I don't know, you know, maybe it could be like her father. And like this was in the past, you know, maybe this is her father. And these 2 men, one could be her ex and one could be her future lover. You know, that could be something. Maybe the link to the childhood in the past is caused by this guy. You know, I think she had her eye on somebody else and just was not happy. But let's see. Oh, geez, guys. The High Priestess has joined us. Whoa, okay. 3 of Wands. The 9 of Cups reversed. How interesting. We have the 6 of Cups reversed with the 9 of Cups reversed. Oh, wow. Okay, so I want to do one more row and then we'll see how we do. This is how I do my spreads. These are my spreads that work for me and how I can tell a story with the cards. So, oops, sorry, I'm just trying to get these not to slip as I shuffle them. Okay. All right, so let's see what we got. Actually did pretty good there. 2 of Swords reversed. Yikes, we get that one a lot with him. The Ace of Wands. We have another ace on the board, reversed. And we get the Lovers reversed. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So the High Priestess, she is beautiful. So you can see, I want to show you guys. Of course, she's the second card, showing duality with the pillars. She has the Torah and she has a cross on her neck. High Priestess shows like spiritual enlightenment inside, like inner illumination. It shows wisdom, divine wisdom. And it shows balance and like stability too. Three of Wands is interesting because it can signal like you're planning for the future. You're looking ahead for what's going to happen. You're trying to plan for something. With the knowledge that you have, you're trying to plan. The Nine of Cups, though, shows it very, very unfulfilled. Just disappointment, unhappiness again. So this is just really weird. This is kind of stumping me. Because the High Priestess, the Three of Wands, like, let's check these out. So the Two of Swords reversed shows a difficult decision that you cannot determine the outcome of either choice, basically. And again, it's with the High Priestess and the duality right there, and the symbolism is just like, whoop, 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 look at me. Duality everywhere. And so that could actually be what is causing the unhappiness, is this sort of imbalance and going back and forth. Like I said, like Hannah Montana. You get to the Ace of Wands reversed. Oh, again, it's showing trials and tribulations. This is a delay of some sort, planning for the future, but you're delayed on planning for the future. Oh, geez, you know, this... And again, the Lovers reversed shows a fractured relationship. It can show an imbalance in that you're like out of sync with people around you. Oh, geez. It can also be like, it can show that somebody's not taking responsibility for the choices they made. Oh, geez, guys. So all I can see is that, you know, perhaps that was what the tapes were, you know, of her talking to this guy about her plans, you know, and how unhappy she was. Perhaps Peter Cox represents this guy. I don't know, you know, it's odd. All of these cards are odd because it's like you get like a gleam of hope, but then you get super unhappiness. So yeah, I just see that she was super unhappy, and that I think she was trying to plan to move on with her life and possibly like get away from Bill. Allegedly. This is, again, do not take anything that comes to the table literally. You know, these are just kind of like, I think we're just getting shown the energy that was actually in their relationship. I think it was a roller coaster ride, like I said, but it was mostly unhappy and mostly heavy for her. But there were moments of happiness and excitement. But the majority of these cards scream sorrow and unfulfillment. Wow. Okay. Let's draw a couple more cards. We have the Eight of Swords. Interesting. I think we had the Eight of Cups down here too, didn't we? Yes, we did. Okay, so then we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Okay. The Eight of Swords is, again, guys, trapped. The Eight of Swords shows that she felt completely trapped in this situation. That there's just like limited options and there's really nowhere to go. 2 eights, again, 8 equals state, right? It's a state of mind. So 2 eights in a reading can show, that your inner strength is being tested, that you are having, again, you're in a state of confusion. And we've had confusion in all of these cards, basically, and you're trapped. The Queen of Cups represents a mature, and this could be LiNda, actually, it's a mature woman, but a very sensitive woman, a very overly emotional woman. She can be clingy and she can be like needy as well. But she is the symbol of unconditional love. So, wow. With all of this unhappiness and confusion, she still loved Billy. So yes, she loved Billy, but she was not happy with the situation or with the marriage. That's what I'm seeing. I'll draw one more card to end on, just so we can see if we can get any more information out of another card. Okay, so let's... The Knight of Wands, another knight, guys. So, wow. So, 3 knights can actually symbolize a closeness. And I find it really odd that there's 3 young men archetypes on the board and a mature woman and a mature man. Who are these 3 men that are being put on the board? I think they execute. The Knight of Wands is just full of the creative fire and spirit. And again, it ties into the unconditional love, I believe. But she felt trapped by something, and she felt stagnant by something in this situation. And that could possibly be what was on the tapes, this unhappiness, but yet she's stuck by his side. He's concerned about image and materialistic, and not fulfilling her. She was a very spiritual, open person. That's what I'm getting with the High Priestess being on the board. And then the Queen of Cups. She was an amazing person. That's what I'm getting. But she just really struggled in this situation with Bill. And again, we have duality represented. We have relationships represented, fractured relationship. I find it so odd that we got the Lovers in reverse on this, and we're kind of talking about her and Bill and their relationship. So that is what I have for you guys today. Wow. I don't know. Please, please, please give me feedback, especially you, Kat. What do you think of all this? Do you guys see anything else that I have missed? If you have, or if you see something totally different, let me know. Drop it in the comments. But as far as I know, with this situation with Billy, and perhaps the information on those tapes was about her struggle. She struggled. She had a lot of adversity and obstacles in her life that she overcame, but it really did tax her. So, but she was a beautiful, beautiful human with divine wisdom and enlightenment and unconditional love. So it wasn't her fault that this unhappiness occurred. It was circumstance, and it could have something to do with all of these 4 male figures on the table. Yeah, wow. All right, guys. Well, that is it for me. Tell me what you guys think, please. I will be back. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, I'll get my act together and get my little presentation together and talk to you guys about it. So, but for now, this is my tarot read on LiNda McCartney in the situation with her and Bill. I don't see anything about like if she could be like a possible sacrifice. I don't see that here. I see just a lot, like I said, it's a roller coaster ride. And don't we all go on a roller coaster ride every now and then with relationships? Oh, but that's how you learn. That's how you get, stronger, is by going through stuff like this. So anyways, guys, this has been a long reading and I am spent. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And again, leave me some feedback if you want to. But for now, that is all I have. So you guys take care and have a wonderful, blessed day. Bye.